Now, is your child a fan of energy drinks like this array of colourful things that we've got on the table here? Well, today there are calls to ban them, in fact, for anyone under 16 because of the phenomenal amount of sugar it's claimed that they contain.
Yeah, it's a new report. This is the worst offending brand, according to the report out today. It contains, let me demonstrate, this is not the liquid, this is the amount of sugar that's in it. Oh my goodness, that is 20 teaspoons of sugar, apparently, according to the report out. If that doesn't frighten you, that is, what, 20 teaspoons in one can of drink.
I mean, you would never think of giving that to your kids if it was poured out like that, would you?
I think if you did, they would be bouncing off the walls,
well,
they?
Indeed, they often are, and the high level of sugar and then caffeine in a drink like that can increase heart rate and blood pressure. It can increase the risk of diabetes and obesity, lead to tooth decay, and it can even cause anxiety and mood swings and sleep disturbance.
Yeah, this is all according to the campaign group Action on Sugar. Let's talk to someone who thinks that they've been affected by this. Jenny Weaver and her daughter Gina. Very good morning to you. Gina, you were quite a fan of one of these drinks, weren't you?
Yeah, I used to drink between 3 and 5 a day, depending.
Oh. 5 a day?
Yeah.
On some days? Is this when you were going to and from school during lunch break?
Just on the way, during lunch, on the way back, I'd have maybe 1 or 2. But eventually my school banned them, so it was just after school and weekends.
So it was becoming a bit of a problem, was it? Were all your mates drinking it and you just thought, it's fine, it's just another drink, presumably? Yeah,
it was just kept us awake on the morning, really, and everyone just bowed on the way to school.
Jenny, what was the effect on your daughter then?
She ended up with quite a few stomach complaints and we didn't realise why. When it got to the worst point, she got rushed, blued and tooed on morphine to our local hospital.
Whoa.
They couldn't find any problems. She was on morphine for maybe 2 or 3 days due to some form of stomach complaint. It then turned out that the hospitals suspected that it was the energy drinks that were causing all this.
And how did you feel? Because presumably you just thought, well, you gave her the money for these drinks and you didn't think it was a huge... But you didn't?
I gave her money for dinner money and stuff like that. I didn't even know she was having that amount of energy drinks. I didn't even know she was taking them. I don't agree with them.
So, Ginny, do you remember the symptoms when you went into hospital?
Well, one day I was just laid in bed and I started getting, like, real bad stomach pains, but at points I was, like, throwing up blood because it had burnt my, like, stomach lining down. So the bits that were coming off, I obviously had to throw up. And I just couldn't breathe properly because it hurt so much and I was crying and screaming.
Jenny, when you were in hospital, I mean, what did they say about the reasons that they thought she was affected like this? Did they know what caused it?
Not at first, because she didn't tell anyone that was the amount she was drinking. And then eventually when she owned up and says, well, I do drink a fair bit of these, that's when they said, you've got to stop, it's going to kill you.